The fisherman casts his line into the boundless sea, his weathered face etched with the quiet peace of daily life. A small, time-worn hut clings to the cliff's precipice, a symbol of resilience against the relentless sea. The sounds of crashing waves and cries of seagulls fill the air, a symphony of nature's raw power. The vast blue sea stretches to the horizon, an endless expanse mirroring the fisherman's simple, enduring spirit. Inside the dimly lit fisherman's hut, the air hangs heavy with the scent of sea and toil. The fisherman's wife scrubs at the dirt floor, her movements sharp with frustration. Her face is etched with disgust as she battles the grime, a silent scream building within her. "This filthy hut. The smell makes me sick," she cries, her voice echoing in the small space. Under the harsh daylight, the fisherman trudges wearily, his shoulders slumped, a picture of defeat. Two meager fish glint dully in his hands, their scales catching the sun's glare. His wife stands firm, arms crossed, her displeasure etched deeply into her face. "Two fishes. I asked for 3. Get me peaches, not mangoes," she demands, her voice sharp. The fisherman sighs, his response lost to the wind and the vast, indifferent sea. A lone fisherman sits patiently, the calm blue sea stretching before him under the warm sun. Hours drift by, the fishing hook submerged, as he mutters, "Guess we will have to live on fruits today." Suddenly, a strong tug on the line breaks the silence, a jolt of surprise and anticipation. Excitement flickers across the fisherman's weathered face, hope renewed with the sudden pull. High above the churning sea, a lone fisherman strains, his weathered hands pulling a taut line from the depths. With a grunt, he hoists his catch into view. A flounder emerges, its scales shimmering with an unnatural, iridescent glow. The fisherman squints, a mixture of awe and unease on his face as he observes the strangely colored fish. "A flounder? How is it so heavy?" he mutters, his voice barely audible above the crashing waves. He eyes the fish warily, suspecting something deeply amiss with his peculiar catch. Waves crash against the rocks as a lone fisherman stands on the cliff, rod in hand, silhouetted against the sun. The fisherman stares, disbelief etched on his face as he reels in a shimmering flounder. The flounder glistens, scales catching the sunlight, an unnatural weight pulling on the line. "No, fisherman, that's not why I weigh more than the other fishes," the flounder says. The fisherman reels back, eyes wide with shock. "What? Did you just talk to me?" Waves crash violently against the jagged cliffs, a symphony of nature's raw power echoing in the vast expanse. A lone fisherman stands silhouetted against the horizon, his weathered face etched with years of sea and sun. In his hands, a struggling flounder thrashes, its scales shimmering like captured moonlight. "I am not a normal fish. I am an enchanted prince. Let me go," the flounder pleads, its voice desperate. The fisherman pauses, a flicker of surprise in his eyes, before hardening his resolve. With a swift motion, he releases the flounder back into the turbulent sea. Off you go. Inside the fisherman's hut, sunlight paints dancing dust motes in the salty air. The fisherman bursts in, his face flushed with a wild, barely contained excitement. "Honey, I have something to tell you. Come fast," he cries, his voice echoing with urgency. His wife calls back, "What? No fish today?" An eager hope, an unspoken possibility, hangs heavy in the sunlit air. Inside the small hut, the fisherman's weathered face is etched with confusion, a storm brewing within him. His wife's fury erupts, filling the cramped space with accusations and sharp words. "You caught an enchanted fish and let it go just like that?" she demands, her voice laced with disbelief. "You could have asked for a better house at least," she cries, the fisherman silent in response. The fisherman stands solitary on the cliffside, gazing out at the churning sea, its colors sickly green and yellow. He sighs deeply, the weight of his worries etched on his face as he prepares to address the vast ocean. His voice echoes across the water, a plea carried on the wind. Magic fish, can you hear me? My wife is not happy. She wants a cottage. He confesses to the waves, his hope and desperation intertwined. The weathered fisherman stands firm against the cliffside's fierce winds, his gaze fixed on the boundless ocean below. Sunlight glints off a flounder's flat body as it bobs near the surface, an oddity in the vast expanse. The flounder speaks, its voice echoing strangely across the water. Go back. She already has it. Bewilderment creases the fisherman's face, a mixture of disbelief and dawning hope swirling within him. His eyes search the horizon, seeking a sign, a confirmation of the impossible words he just heard. A silent question hangs in the air as he ponders the flounder's cryptic message. The fisherman approaches the familiar spot, expecting his old hut. A beautiful cottage stands in place of the hut, a stark contrast to his memory. The fisherman stares, bewildered by the sudden transformation. His wife gasps, eyes wide with amazement at their new home. Honey, look, this house is so much bigger and cleaner, she exclaims, joy evident. The cottage radiates warmth, a beacon of unexpected fortune. In the quiet cottage, moonlight streams through the curtains, casting a gentle glow that fails to soothe the wife's restless spirit. Eyes wide in the darkness, she lies awake, haunted by the gnawing hunger of unfulfilled ambition. The beautiful cottage is a gilded cage, its soft light unable to mask the shadows of her discontent. Her ambition burns bright, a silent fire that consumes her peace and keeps her tethered to the bed. Morning light paints dust motes dancing in the cottage. A simple wooden table divides the wife and husband. A half-eaten loaf and a chipped mug hint at humble lives. The wife's gaze hardens, her ambition eclipsing the simple setting. Good morning, husband, she begins, her voice betraying a brewing storm. I want a palace and I want to be a queen. Go to the Flounder, she demands, shattering the morning calm. A lone fisherman shuffles towards the cliff's edge, his figure etched against the turbulent sky. The sea churns below, its waters an unnatural, ominous purple, mirroring the storm above. Gusts of wind lash around the fisherman, tugging at his weathered clothes as he braces himself. He raises his voice to the raging sea, a desperate plea carried on the wind. Magic fish, can you hear me? He cries, his words barely audible above the storm's fury. My wife wants a palace, and she wants to become a queen, he declares, his fate hanging in the balance. Waves claw at the cliffside as a lone fisherman stares with singular focus at the flounder, his weathered face etched with worry. He shifts, the unseen weight of his wife's desires a heavy burden, pressing down on him as the waves relentlessly crash. The flounder's voice slices through the wind. Go back, she already has it. A flicker of fear crosses the fisherman's face as he understands the flounder's cryptic warning amid the roar of the sea. A towering palace rises, its grand brass doors gleaming, a stark contrast to the fisherman's humble cottage. Servants scurry about, a hive of activity beneath the imposing facade of the palace. The fisherman's wife sits regally on a throne, a sparkling crown a symbol of her changed status. The fisherman stares at her, a mix of awe and disbelief in his eyes. You are a queen now? In the palace, the queen's footsteps echo through the halls, her pacing a dance of inner turmoil on the cold marble. An insatiable hunger lurks in her eyes, a dissatisfaction that even the crown cannot sate. Her voice rings out, sharp and ambitious, shattering the palace's silence. Being the queen is not enough. Her ambition burns brighter than any jewel, fueled by a desire for more. I want to become the emperor. The fisherman walks to the cliffside, facing the turbulent sea. Dark waves crash against the rocks below. The fisherman raises his voice above the wind. Magic fish, can you hear me? My wife wants to become the emperor. Waves explode against the jagged rocks, their roar echoing the turmoil in the fisherman's heart. Bathed in ethereal light, the Flounder delivers a chilling command. Go back. She already has it. The Flounder nods, a gesture both alien and knowing, its otherworldly light intensifying. Narrator. The fisherman's fear escalates with each impossible demand, his world tilting into nightmare. The imperial palace gleams, its golden doors shimmering under the sun, a testament to power and grandeur. The wife sits upon the golden throne, radiant, the golden orb and scepter clutched in her hands. Ministers and kings bow in deep reverence, their faces reflecting awe and respect for the new ruler. The golden orb radiates light, symbolizing her newfound dominion and absolute authority. With a serene smile, the wife declares, "Dear, you really are the emperor now," her voice echoing power. A week later, the fisherman, now marked by desperation, stands on the cliffside, gazing at the endless sea. The water stretches out before him, a dark, ominous expanse reflecting his despair. He cries out to the sea, his voice hoarse with anguish. "Magic fish! My wife is still not happy. She wants to become the Almighty, the unknown," he pleads, his words swallowed by the wind and waves. Waves relentlessly pound the jagged rocks, their roar a constant threat. High above, the fisherman's face is a canvas of raw, stark terror. He stumbles backward, each step a desperate retreat from unseen horror. His eyes dart wildly, searching for escape from the cliffside. "Go back," he cries, his voice barely audible above the crashing waves. His plea echoes with chilling urgency. She already has it. On the wind-swept cliffside, the fisherman's hair whips around his face as he scans the horizon, a growing unease in his eyes. The palace is gone, vanished. Disbelief turns to horror as the fisherman realizes the impossible. It's simply not there. Panic grips him as the fisherman cries out, his voice lost to the wind. "Oh no, what?" His heart pounds with dread as a chilling realization washes over him. His wife is missing too. High on the cliffside, the fisherman stands, his weathered face a canvas of newfound wisdom under the vast sky. Beside the small hut, his wife watches, her eyes reflecting a hopeful dawn as the wind whispers through her hair. A moment of quiet revelation hangs in the air, bridging their past sorrows and future hopes. With newfound resolve, the fisherman speaks, his voice carrying across the cliff. "I have realized that palaces and thrones cannot buy happiness." His words resonate, promising a return to simpler joys, a life beyond the gilded cage. Hand in hand, they turn towards home, leaving behind the allure of false grandeur. "Let's go home now."